Good day, Los Gatos. This is KCAT TV News at Noon. My name is Julian Lee, and I am going to be your host for today's live broadcast. And now for the national news. In Berkeley, early this Tuesday, 6 people died and 7 others were wounded when a 4th-floor balcony collapsed, according to authorities. Police is still trying to understand what kind of gathering was taking place at the apartment, but 2 women have reported that people had gathered to celebrate a 21st birthday. One of the 13 people who fell from the balcony, 4 were pronounced dead, and the others were seriously injured and are being treated. According to Berkeley's police spokeswoman Brian White, 1 person died at the hospital. According to the Alameda County Coroner's Office, a 2nd person died later Tuesday morning. 5 of the people who died were of Irish nationality and were at the university, according to Irish government, under a temporary work visa. Police is still trying to determine the causes of the collapse. As Berkeley police spokeswoman Jennifer Coates told NBC News, the balcony fell to the sidewalk from the top of a 4-story building. The area around the collapse has already been secured by Berkeley Fire Department and city officials. Ireland's U.S. Ambassador Kevin O'Malley and Irish President Michael D. Higgins offer condolences to the victims and their families. Meanwhile, in Texas, the meteorologists anticipate that the tropical storm Bill would be quite the storm, but it wasn't. It still brought significant amounts of rain to areas of Texas that have dealt with significant flooding. The National Weather Service says that some areas near Houston had nearly 2.5 inches of rain on Tuesday. The forecasters announced that tonight, Houston will contend with strong storms, also warning that there will be flash floods in southeastern counties, the last of which will be due to the end at midnight local time. The storm system is expected to dump 4 to 8 inches in eastern Texas and Oklahoma, with up to 12 inches in isolated spots in Texas. Western Louisiana and Arkansas are expected to see up to 4 inches of rain. Storm Bill started at 12:45 p.m. ET Tuesday, just southwest of Port O'Connor on Matagorda Island. Harris County Emergency warned that while high winds and even tornadoes are possible, already wet grounds mean that even a moderate amount of rain will likely cause street flooding. Bayous and rivers could go out of banks quickly, creating a serious threat to life and property. Flash floods are predicted from central Texas to Oklahoma, eastward through parts of Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois over the next 3 days. In North Carolina, 2 teens were injured when involved in a shark attack. One of the victims, Hunter Cheschel, said he had little warning about what was about to happen. He told the reporters he was about waist deep playing with his cousin when he felt something hitting his left leg, then his arm, and when he finally realized the gravity of the situation, the shark was already biting his arm. Cheschel lost his arm together with another girl about the same age who was swimming in the waters off Oak Island on Sunday. 13-year-old Kirsten Yo was the first swimmer attacked. She lost her arm at the elbow. The shark also bit her leg. The girl is now at NC Children's Hospital in Chapel Hill, where her condition continues to remain stable thanks to the excellent care she is receiving. The only 2 attacks were very close to each other, only 90 minutes apart. As George Burgess, the ichthyologist and fisheries biologist from the Florida Museum of Natural History, said, "It's not only very rare to have 2 attacks so close to each other in time and space, but also to have any attacks at all. Last year saw 72 attacks worldwide. Only 3 of them were fatal." In a typical year, about 4 or 5 people are bitten by sharks on North Carolina beach. Although Hunter lost his arm, he still decided to keep having a positive outlook on life when he told the reporters he will fight and live for a normal life. He added that messages of support also helped him remain positive, and he cannot wait to go back home to Colorado Springs, Colorado, to see his friends. Now I'm going to hand off the show to Luke Wire, who is reporting from Highway 17 and letting you know about what to expect in terms of traffic to the beach.
Thank you very much, Julian. My name is Luke Wire, and I am reporting the traffic for today. Here I am, standing on the footbridge over Highway 17. Highway 17 has been used for 75 years, connecting San Jose to Santa Cruz. Thousands of commuters and beachgoers travel Highway 17 every day, but there is one problem with this highway. If there is a car crash, the traffic can be really bad. This road was one of the most dangerous roads in California. Santa Cruz is also known for their concerts, festivals, and boardwalk. This evening there is going to be a concert in Capitola which may lead to traffic. You may want to go earlier to the boardwalk and avoid traffic and lines for the rides. Now that it is summer, even more people flock to the beach, and we are having beautiful weather this summer. As you can see, the traffic is very clear. If you are heading along Highway 17, I would strongly advise you to go to the beach or wherever you're going right now. Back to you, Julian.
Thank you, Luke. We will be back after a short commercial break with the local news. Welcome back to News at Noon at KCAT TV 15. I'm Julian Lee. ArcsPack's startup born in Los Gatos is creating a hoverboard to let people float above ground. The company now wants to use the same technology to one day lift a building during an earthquake. ArcsPack says has a patent for what is called levitating houses, which permits houses to rise for about 90 seconds, the average time of an earthquake. In fact, quoting from the company's website, ArcsPack's philosophy is to build in harmony with Mother Nature rather than resist her. ArcsPack CEO Greg Henderson said that they're able to activate their hover engine so that houses can separate from the earth and allow the earth to shake, not affecting the structure. Officials said that the technology could help the United States Geological Survey's Shake Alert system, in that the two systems could be integrated in order to produce a more cost-effective means of decoupling an object or building from the earth to provide real protection against earthquakes, floods, and sea level rise. Looking at the recent quakes in Napa and Nepal, UC Berkeley Seismological Laboratory is trying to use ArcsPack's technology. Henderson also added that weaving Shake Alert into MFA seismic isolation solution provides a valuable new tool to architects, engineers, and developers who are looking for a better way to build in areas affected by earthquakes. The goal of the project is to eliminate structural movement by pinpointing the exact time an object or building's landing gear should retract and activate the hover engines. Dr. Jennifer Strauss, UC Berkeley Seismological Lab, said that this idea is not some sort of out there science fiction idea, but a reasonable concept that could actually work. Dr. Strauss also added that she and her colleagues are excited by the collaboration and vision ArcsPack has to offer. Los Gatos Park officials reportedly have turned off 100% of the water to half of Bachman Park. However, this move is making it so that the park is deteriorating. Because of the situation, the residents are trying to gain support to save the park, gathering city council members and writing a letter to the mayor of Los Gatos, detailing the issue of saving the existing lawn root systems by reestablishing 2 times per week of water for landscape, either with sprinklers or recycled water, immediately to prevent loss of the lawn, trees, and park infrastructure. The residents also wish the town to establish a plan for the use of recycled water to help keep landscapes green and reduce potable water use. In order to do so, they suggest developing a working relationship with South Recycling. They also asked the mayor to try earning market funds to cover Bachman Park water needs, working with them by mail and public meetings in order to get input. And selecting priorities, management, and improvement for the Bachman Park. The residents' final request is to support heavy use of recycled water, which will increase the water in our aquifers and potable water available for drinking. Now for sports, and the moment you've all been waiting for. The drought finally ends for the Warriors as Game 6 of the NBA finishes, and the score is 105-97, a huge win for Golden State. The Warriors have worked hard in the previous games, launching 8,900 shots this season. They've also changed their strategy, which helped them beat the Cavaliers. With back-to-back three-pointers, the Golden State Warriors went ahead of the Cavaliers by a long shot. Their hard work finally paid off as the final buzzer sounded and Golden State celebrated their first NBA championship in exactly 40 years. As the commentators announced the Warriors' victory in the NBA Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, the players formed a frantic mob as the center of the court as silence fell over the crowd. The players celebrated with a shower of champagne in the locker room. The Warriors won the last 3 games in a row, scoring 103 on Thursday, 104 on Sunday, and 105 shots yesterday. We apologize for the misunderstanding yesterday when we announced that LeBron James was the most valuable player. In truth, Andre Iguodala was the Finals MVP, but Steph Curry was also the season's MVP. Now news about the FIFA Women's World Cup. The United States women's soccer team won the game over Nigeria with a score of 1-0, and with that win, the United States will take advance into the next round of 16. Also, by taking first in their round, the United States women's soccer team will be having an easier matchup, for they will be playing the loser of the Colombia versus England game. In the meantime, 2 of the 4 third-place teams in the ground stage have been confirmed. The 2 third-place teams that will advance to the next round of 16 will be the Netherlands and Switzerland. We'll be back after a short commercial break with our KCAT weather.
You'd think it would be easy to tell which kids have trouble with their eyesight.
Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty.
But that's not always the case. Even though 1 in 4 children may have a vision problem, eye doctors tell us the symptoms aren't always so obvious. For clues on how to spot the real-life signs of childhood vision problems, visit checkyearly.com, a public service message from the Vision Council of America, and reading is fundamental.
Good afternoon, I am Luke Wire, and this is the KCAT weather with your 5-day forecast. Now, out of all the 5 days we would be forecasting, I would say that today would be the best day because we are going to be having a high of 89 degrees and a low of 54. With winds in 14 miles per hour. Now, on Thursday, we will have a high of 86 degrees and a low of 53. With winds going up to 60 miles per hour. Then on Friday, we will have a high of 88 degrees and a low of 56 degrees, with winds also going up 16 miles per hour, and partly cloudy. On Saturday, we will have a high of 89 degrees and a low of 56, with winds of 14 miles per hour and partly cloudy. Finally, on Sunday, we will have a high of 86 degrees and a low of 54, with winds going 15 miles. The weather should be staying consistent throughout the rest of the week. This week is the perfect time to go on to the beach, but make sure to put on plenty of sunscreen. That's all, Los Gatos. Julian, back to you.
And that's all for today's News at Noon. Los Gatos. Now for myself and the entire live broadcast crew, thank you for watching and have a good day. And be sure to tune into the News at Noon tomorrow at noon, or anytime on our YouTube channel. Have a great day, Los Gatos.